my two special guests for our special episode.
Hey, how's it going?
Jess and Erin are here today.
Woo.
We are going to be having a really fun topic today, and so we're drinking some special tea. This is Second Wind by Jasmine Dragon Dehydrated Potions.
You need the energy, girl.
No, but I mean that's perfect for like the topic that we're talking about today.
That's why I picked it.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I picked it.
And it works.
Okay. So, it works for some people. I don't know.
It worked for me when you gave it to the Temple 5K.
I'm glad.
Yeah,
That's
felt real good.
It's a cool tea because you can drink it as like a post-workout tea. That's what Jess is talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I drink it because it's delicious, but you could also drink it as like a post-workout, and that's the name. It's like second wind. Like you get your second wind after your workout.
You're being like, do that again.
You're being like, what?
No, you only get once.
So that's what we're gonna be drinking while we talk about running.
Huzzah.
We've all had a very busy summer, doing lots of running during this very hot summer. Like,
I'm so proud of you too.
All the summers for me to get back into running, this was the dumbest one to do it, but here we are.
Oh, you're doing great.
It's fine. So we're gonna be rolling our 20-sided dice, and talking about running. Erin, since you're so enthusiastic,
Running.
Jedi. I just felt like running.
I started running. I almost brought my own dice today and then I forgot.
Oh, shoot.
Nuts.
I have plenty to choose from.
I was gonna say, you have a lot now.
4!
Got a 4.
4, my lord!
So, starting out strong.
Is this just for me or is this for both of us?
Anybody can answer this question.
But probably you
So
first.
you should probably answer first, right? But anybody can chime in. How much do you think in the last year you have spent on this free hobby?
Oh.
just immediately blushes.
Well.
Yeah.
Free.
This is the stereotype.
It's free 99.
This is why I asked
this hobby.
this question, because it's supposed to be free.
I mean, I can get you the totals of everything I've spent between.
It's just a ballpark estimate if you had to just like guess.
Like time or money spent?
All of the above. Blood, sweat, and tears, right?
Probably upwards of like $400.
That's pretty good.
Half of that was on my running shoes alone.
Yeah. Shoes are expensive.
But you gotta have the right running shoes.
You gotta have
otherwise
good
you're gonna
shoes.
suffer when you're running.
Yeah, that's important. As we have figured out, when you don't have your shoes and you're like getting ready for your run and you're like, well, I guess I'm just gonna run in my like work shoes.
My flip-flops.
Mm.
I've seen it.
No.
I've seen it at half marathons.
There are people running barefoot at some of the races.
Oh yeah, I've
people
seen
are
those
crazy.
too. Mm-hmm.
People are way crazy.
Declan, that's my toe you're sniffing.
That's not bad though. That's not bad. I was showing you guys pictures the other day of the cute little running shorts that I was like, I want to get some new ones.
Oh, I didn't even include outfits and stuff.
Yeah,
probably
see?
like
It's
upwards
bad.
of like 500 then, if that's the case.
It's bad. It's bad.
What are you guys doing to spend so much? I don't spend that much on running gear. You can find good running gear for a good price.
They're cute clothes. They had
Dinosaurs on them.
dinosaurs.
And mine have dragons on them.
Yeah, and I got the cool dragon scale ones, and now I just ordered some that have cute.
Did you get the
little-
mountain ones? I said no.
the
You
mountains.
got the alicorns.
Yeah, I got the alicorn skeleton ones. I'm so excited for Halloween. They're gonna come in time for the Halloween run that we're gonna do in October.
The haunted half is so
I'm
fun.
so excited.
But did you check? Well, we could ask that.
No, I
afterwards.
changed. I did check, and I was doing the one in
Salt Lake.
downtown. Yeah, and so I switched it.
Good.
They let me switch it for free.
Provo is so much better than Salt Lake.
I don't know, man.
Salt Lake,
I
you're
just
like
go.
by the end
It's
of
like
it.
what?
No, you only get it once on recording.
So yeah, even just like it's okay, Erin. Like even literally just what was it, 2 days ago, I ordered 2 more pairs of leggings and 2 more shirts
It's true, they're really cute. Did you get the mushroom ones too?
I did. I
Good.
got the mushroom ones. I'm so excited.
It's probably a good thing this isn't a D&D podcast, because if we were asking how much money I spent on D&D stuff, that would be a way different story.
See, it's, yeah.
And that's a free hobby, they say.
Also a free hobby.
Supposedly.
Also a free hobby. But yeah, like shoes, I would say probably the biggest ticket item. But like, you take good care of your shoes, they're gonna last you a hot second.
And I will say,
and they will take good care of you.
I do really like the shoes that I bought.
You bought Brooks, and Brooks are great.
did.
You
buy
have
nice
yourself
shoes.
some good shoes. And once you find some good shoes, then you can like stick with that brand. You can hit up the deals and stuff when you have to replace them.
My favorite are On shoes. Those are great. Mine I had for like 8 years before you.
That was too long.
Yeah, you were there with me when I bought new
know.
shoes. Both you and Erin were.
Oh, he's giving me this tea is so good. Yeah, Declan has officially joined the podcast. He is a sprinter. He runs barefoot. His outfit of choice is a bow tie.
Birthday suit.
Well, he wears his bow tie.
He does.
He's always very properly dressed.
Gotta look dapper.
His choice of shoes is none.
Hobbit feet.
Unless it's to sit on your shoes when you're trying to put them on. And his choice of pre and post workout is kibble, always. The only thing that will motivate him to run is kibble.
He runs so fast when his little kibble machine goes off.
Little monster.
Oh my gosh.
Getting excited for his four pieces of
Four
kibble.
whole pieces of kibble. I promise you guys, my cat's not starved. He just believes he is. Just since you are fully preoccupied, do you want me to roll the dice for you?
Oh, I can roll it.
Oh, okay. There you go. You got a 2! Man, you guys are doing great. Doing real good.
Just wait till I add my modifiers.
I know it. Well, this game you don't have any modifiers. What is the best place to run? Like you would specifically travel to run at this place. You'd make a trip to go there if you could, like right now.
Like one place?
Yeah.
Or can I do multiple?
You get to decide.
Honestly, after going to Logan for school these past semesters, it's great there because you can build your VO2 max, you can get back into the stage 2 that you need to get into for running, and it builds up your lungs and your muscles. You're supposed to train at a higher altitude because that builds train high, run low. And the reason for that is because you're building how much oxygen you can hold up in your lungs, right?
Yeah.
And the better you breathe and oxygenate, the better you're going to perform. And I found out while running up the trails in Logan that after like 3 months of doing that, it was drastic difference.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I could breathe better, I could go for longer, my muscles didn't ache, I didn't have a lot of that lactase being built up inside of my muscles, and I felt stronger.
I freaking love running up in Logan.
It's super nice. I love running the Stokes Nature Trail.
Yes,
that one is so
pretty.
So good.
So
there
pretty.
are other places that you can run. They have a lot of little trails all around town that you can run if you're not into trail running. But that is my go-to place. If I were to go low, I would probably go to Huntington Beach, California.
Ooh.
Sucks to run in the sand, but it's great.
I've not done a lot of runs on sand and stuff, but there was one summer when I was visiting my brother in North Carolina, and we were not super far from the beach, and so I was like on summer break. He was working, and so we would go do stuff when he was off of work or during the weekends, but during the day I was just living my best life, and so I was exploring and doing stuff. I would go to the beach all the time, and what would I do? I hate the water, so I would run on the beach, and it was so much work, but dang,
it's worth every step.
Oh, I freaking loved it. I loved it so much. It was so great.
And that
so
ocean
pretty.
air, man.
So awesome.
About the sand in your shoes afterwards is like, it sucks.
I hate sand.
That's why you
so
run
much.
barefoot too.
That's the only place that I've enjoyed running barefoot is on the beach.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
What about you, Erin? What's a favorite place that you like to run at if you're practicing your training?
I run on the treadmill, bro.
There you go. Yeah, dude. Air
Air
conditioning. Got your tunes.
Yep.
got the
Y'all are
tunes.
talking about
It's
the
great.
beach and Logan. I'm like, yep, I run on the treadmill for fun.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's
you
what
get to
I
see the guy
do.
at the gym fling himself off because he's going way too
what?
much.
I love
have
watching
seen that
those
so much.
people, though.
So,
my
have I
gosh.
not told you the story? While I was studying at UVU for a while, I told Erin this story all the time because there was
Well,
this guy.
I watched the man do the same thing when I was at the gym there that day
that's
too.
true, though, when you came with me.
Wait,
what?
Yeah.
So we were at UVU. I went to UVU before I went to Utah State, and I had a gym membership, and there was this guy who consistently would go onto the sprinting machine.
The sprinting machine.
And the sprinting machine has a concave
And
thing.
you
so
guys,
it's like
wait,
it's
so
a
you
bowl.
guys were both there
We went and worked out together.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we had fun working out together.
Yeah.
And so we were there. I was on the treadmill. Where were you?
I was lifting weights, I think.
Yeah, so we were basically in the same room.
Just like doing
and
your
this
thing, like jamming.
this
Oh,
fool
no.
comes to the sprinting machine. He's like, and he goes up all confident and he puts it to the highest freaking setting. This guy gets launched off the sprinting machine. He was like, just
like
gone.
loses his footing and just gets yeeted off of this treadmill.
Just chucked, and he slammed into one of the machines the first time I saw him do it.
No,
He did it the second
he
time.
did it again.
He did it a second
Bro,
time.
He
bro
did it
fully
3
didn't
times.
learn his lesson.
No.
Or didn't care.
No, and then he got back up, was like, huh, and then he got into a treadmill and just started walking it off, and it's like, bruh, and he only walked it off for like 2 minutes before he went back onto the sprinting machine, realized it
What?
was too fast, and then he went upstairs to go do weights. Yeah. And he did this 3 times that I had seen. 3 times, and he did it once when Erin
buddy.
was there.
Yeah, he did it. So I guess that would be 4 times
4
that
times.
we had seen.
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
No.
But he would consistently go to the gym to go to the sprint machine.
I mean, like,
And-
good on you. Like, if you get knocked down, get it back up again. But, like, buddy, no.
Pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
No.
It was bad.
Oh,
I don't know what happened to that poor soul, but he disappeared after that one semester. I think he may have graduated or dropped out
Or got a concussion
from slamming into the
From
machines. Yeah,
slamming into the machines multiple times.
they
like,
weren't small
oh,
machines either. They were big.
Dang. Those sprinting
'cause-
machines are. You gotta be careful.
I think
sprinting
I went
machines.
on
They
one
suck.
once to try it out to see what it was like because I'm more of a sprinter, but I
Yeah,
couldn't.
I
couldn't-
mean,
you're
and
freaking
it's
fast.
Good. Yeah, you are very
Very
fast.
fast.
You got a lot.
Like when
of
you
speed.
beat me at Disney, I was like, oh my
You
gosh.
got a lot of speed.
well, that's
Those
because of
legs.
all that basketball.
Yeah.
Sprinting the
You've
court
got a lot.
nonstop.
And like, sprints are good for you as training, but like you got to be careful on those machines.
Yeah.
Like it's one thing doing like ladders or something, but that machine is not going to stop.
I tripped on a treadmill
I know,
once and
I-
got flung off when I was half asleep. It was the worst thing I've ever
Don't
done.
run
That's
on
why they
treadmills
have
when you're
those.
asleep.
That's why they have those clips. So you clip it on. I mean, no one uses
Nobody
them.
ever
but,
uses them, but that's what they're there for.
That's
and
what they're
like,
there for. Yeah.
You can just grab it. Like if you feel yourself losing your footing, you can just fully grab
I
it.
didn't. I
Like,
fully fell asleep on the treadmill. Went,
of course you did. You went what? Oh my gosh. That's so
Yeah.
crazy. That's so crazy. No, but like, there's. I feel like people who strictly like road run or strictly like trail run or do outdoor running have a lot of hate for like treadmill
I
running.
freaking hate them.
No, but like here's the thing though. When you just need to train inside, especially with how hot it's been this summer.
That's the only reason I run on the treadmills because it's hot.
because it's hot.
Just run in the
But
dark.
like there are certain treadmills at certain gyms that I really like.
The ones up in Logan, I love. They
Yes!
have a nice bounce on them on the USU
Oh,
gym.
those are so nice.
It felt like you were actually running outside.
Really nice modern treadmills that they have at like certain gyms.
That you can
Like
increase the incline.
they're
or the
so
decline.
great.
Mhm.
they're so great. Like really well made treadmills. You really can't beat. And like yeah, it's monotonous when you're just like plodding along. But like especially when I was a student, I could study. This is man, I'm such a little Hermione Granger. Like I could study and get my run in at the same time.
I tried doing that and I couldn't do it.
And not everybody could, but it meant that I could
Do you want some more?
justify like the time,
Mm-hmm.
right? And felt like I was still able to get that like stress release and get the training done, get my miles in,
Get your workout.
and review my flashcards or whatever and not fall asleep while I was studying chemistry.
That's probably smart.
That's gonna be me the next 3 months while I'm studying for
For
this
the VTD.
this big test. Yeah.
It's not for everybody. right? It is difficult.
Well, I
have to
haven't
have
been
my
to the
music
gym
to
in the
focus
last
on
like
the
3
gym.
weeks, so maybe I don't have to worry about
It's
that.
difficult. I had to start on like the elliptical because like the up and down motion of like especially if you were trying to like read on a tablet or something, like the
You're
up
just
and
like,
down motion is like very.
Trying to text you on the elliptical was a
You
fun
can't
time too.
text and run
No,
at
and
the
you were
same
like
time.
spamming me with messages too. I was like, calm down.
I've gotten pretty good at it, but like
It is. Once you get used to
there's
it,
a
Yeah.
learning curve of being able to like read text
Yeah.
and stuff. But I got dang good at it. I could like read my physics textbook. That thing would put me to sleep immediately.
know.
But as soon as I was on a treadmill or an elliptical or whatever, like I could power through those and like man, it was so efficient. And it's not for everybody. It's absolutely not for everybody.
I can't even I can barely listen to music and run on the treadmill. Like I tried watching like a show when I was on the treadmill one time, and like I just couldn't because like I get
No, really?
I get bored when I get on the treadmill. Like
Same. That's
I
why
like-
I run
that's
outside.
wild.
like I train on the treadmill because that's what's available when it's hot outside.
Yeah.
But then like when I road run, I love looking at everything and listening to my music. It's what distracts me. But when I'm in
Yeah.
the gym, I don't really have anything to look at unless you want to awkwardly look at the person
Well, that's why you like
next to you.
that's why you look
like
at the
and
show.
stare at them.
right. That's
Yeah,
why
or
you
you just
have your
watch-
tablet and you look at the show or you look
I
at
like
whatever's
I
on the
want,
screen.
I like
Lord.
can't focus on that though. It's
Really?
like I had like my little Batman show that I was watching
Yeah?
on Netflix playing, and I just I got
You
like
couldn't
I
like
couldn't-
get caught up in the
No.
show. Maybe you just have to find like the right thing to get caught up in.
probably
Right? Because like
because I just got like
I don't like watching like the news or whatever's playing at the gym, but when they were playing the Olympics,
when they're playing.
I was like,
freaking-
oh my gosh, right? Because like
They had
you were running,
That's
and then
true.
you were watching like the triathlon people go, and it was like, oh my gosh, whoa! And so I was caught up in that.
They did have Star Wars playing one time, and I
Right?
actually did finish my run. In
So
a good
like
time that
maybe
day.
you just need to. Have
I just
the
need to
right
watch Star
thing.
Wars. That's the key
Yeah.
for
Listen
me.
to Star Wars music.
I just
Maybe
gotta watch
you just
Star
have
Wars.
have the right thing, right? Like so for me, I have to listen to the right music,
Yes.
right? So I know I have to have a certain tempo, I have to have a certain beat.
I like Caravan Palace whenever I'm working out at the gym because it's got that insane beat that just goes all over the
I
place.
can actually listen to any music though. That's the weird thing.
Oh, that's wild.
Mhm.
Like it could be like super chill.
I feel pretty.
No way.
Yeah.
So
Like you
pretty.
could listen to musicals and
Mhm.
you'd be like,
Oh, I
I've
I
listened to
have
classic.
can and have listened to musicals as I'm on the treadmill.
shut up.
Yeah.
That's so wild. See, and like some people, like I have friends who will listen to audiobooks while they're running. I cannot do that.
I do podcasts sometimes.
Oh, I can't do it. It like I have to have a beat, and maybe it's because I used to like dance, and so I'm very like rhythmic,
Mhm.
and I will get like lost into like the rhythm of whatever, but it has to be fast,
Yeah.
right? And
I mean,
as
that
long
makes
as it's
sense,
like
yeah.
fast, then I will get lost into like the rhythm of whatever. Then I'm totally fine. If it's a show, it has to be like really captivating, really intense. I have to care about it a lot. Otherwise, I better have music, or I'm just gonna be
You
like
zoned out.
annoyed at like everything.
Sometimes if I can't get into the right music, I just turn it off. When I'm
Oh,
outside,
I
though,
can't.
if I, like-
no.
but if I'm
not
running,
silence.
if I'm running outside, I will not listen to music or anything
Silence
because
kills me.
I've been jumped before while running, so I refuse to have that happen.
yeah,
you have.
yeah.
I have so
Well,
many stories there, and I have lived. My
yeah, that's
gosh.
because you don't run in the middle of the day. Run at night. That's why you get
No,
jumped, honey.
during-
Is
no,
because
it
you
was-
go at
so-
night.
No, this
Yeah.
was during the day at the Provo River Trail.
And that's also why you
it
don't
was
run
during the
that
day.
alone.
I had a friend.
There
and
is
we
a reason
both got
I
jumped.
went running with you on the Provo River Trail.
be careful out there, guys. Like moral of
It's
the
a
story
dangerous
is be
world
careful
to
out
be
there.
running as a girl.
Bring
Yeah,
your
it's
pepper
true.
spray.
I bring my
You carry.
pistol. I
Bring
don't
your
bring
pistol.
freaking pepper
Yeah.
spray. That's for.
I have a taser.
So I'm gonna roll the dice now.
I have a taser. I love that.
I got
13.
a 13.
Hey, that's
because
my
I
lucky
know how to
number.
roll the dice.
Look, I had a cat hugging me. I need to just push to that dice. just
Declan's
shove.
pretty great.
He is pretty great.
He is
Snuggling me
super
now.
great.
I love it.
My question is, how does running help you, just in
Ooh.
general? How does running help me? Like, besides just like,
Feeling good.
yeah, right. Besides just like the health benefits, right? Because like there are so many health benefits to just being physically active. Whether you're like, there's the extreme spectrum, right? We just had the Olympics, of being like that level versus like you do a cute little trot down the road for 5 minutes or whatever. Maybe that's your level. But just the health benefits of being physically active. That aside, how does running help me? I just like running.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's life.
Yeah. Well, no, not life. Like, it's not, like, the only thing I do. It's, like, part of what I do.
Not like this freak.
No. It's one of the many things.
Jessica is Forrest Gump.
Yeah, she is.
I like to run.
It's one of the many things that I do and that I enjoy. And I think it allows me to be able to enjoy the other things that I do more. It allows me to be able to also connect with people, which I enjoy, obviously. Psych, I'm an extrovert. Whoa. I feel like running weirdly like teaches me life lessons.
Oh, how so?
Like how does it not?
Well, I guess you're in deep thought.
I'm a deep thinker about things, right? I feel like horseback riding and working with horses has taught me life lessons. Like rock climbing teaches you life lessons.
You
like
don't let go.
Sometimes it's important to let go.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
But like there's certain things and certain aspects of life that teaches you things, and I think that like running has taught me like things, and that I learn things from running that I wouldn't learn other ways. And like the like beauty of like running being like endurance, and life is kind of like endurance.
Endure to
right?
the end.
And like learning how to like endure things and enjoying the journey, and like
while learning to
finding beauty and like all of that. You can learn so much from running and like understanding running and all of that. So yeah, I don't know.
No, that's
I like
deep.
running. Yeah.
Running's great.
Running's taught me a lot about just like life. I find that running there's like true like meditation where you like sit and learn to just like be in your head and be in your body, and that's a very like still process. And for me, like running's a very meditative process that's extremely active, where you're very, very active and you're very, very in your body, but it's learning to be present in the moment in your body and be totally okay with whatever's going on, right? Your feet hurt, it's hot, you're sweaty, there's like bugs, probably.
You just inhaled one because you're like,
yeah, yeah, like there might be like a lot of negative depending on where you're running and what you're doing, and it's a whole meditative process of learning to like negotiate the like negative and the positive at the same time, and it's like this extreme active meditation process. I don't know if any of this is making any sense at all.
It does, because that's the only way I meditate is through running.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's an active meditation.
Yeah, I can't sit still. I get too angry in my head, so I have to run.
But
again, Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump. I just felt like running. Like,
and that's after Jenny leaves him, and so like one day I just felt like running.
Yeah.
I love running. I decided that. It was to impress the boy, because I was like, my gosh, I need
Yep, Forrest Gump.
Yeah,
it's Forrest Gump.
Freaking boy turned out to be a turd biscuit, but it's
you
okay.
know what? That's okay. But yeah, I just feel like there's so many life lessons that you can learn from the act of training your body, finding out its potential, its limits, learning to love that potential, that limits, and learning to be like meditative and present throughout that journey that is endurance running. Like, I love that.
That's really deep. I love that too.
Do you want to roll the dice, Erin?
Yeah. 8.
Running kind of sucks. This like ties in, right? There are a lot of things about it that are not fun.
Me, apparently.
What keeps you going at it though? Why do you keep running?
What makes you run?
What makes you sign up for that next race? Why did you keep doing it?
Oh, sweet.
But I mean, like,
or the high.
Oh,
I mean, like, that, because I love both of you, but also, like,
Aw.
FOMO.
Dude, but, like, that's so real, though.
The medals, especially. When you
Dude,
get
like, that is so real.
No, I used to be a really big runner, and I loved, like, I used to get in the meditative space like you guys were saying, and, like, I'm not there anymore. Like, I'm a sprinter, you know, but, like, I got back into running,
This past May.
this past summer, got back into running, and then after finishing the first race, I really, really enjoyed the accomplishment of it. And so, like, just seeing where, like, the end gets me and how good I feel at the end of a race or at the end of a run, and, like, that feeling of accomplishment and achievement is so great.
Yeah.
That I just, like, even though the races are hot and
Yeah.
They're uphill,
and
and
they
stoplights.
suck, and my
Oh my
back
gosh.
hurts, and my feet hurt.
The stoplight in the middle of the freaking course.
But it didn't stop your PR.
That's true, actually. We got a really good PR on that course.
Was that the first one or the...
That was the second one.
That was the Timp.
Yeah.
Timp 5K.
So
that you guys did.
it wasn't my first one. It was my second one. It was your first one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that was my PR is way better than that, but...
Yeah.
But yeah, the stoplight.
That was stupid.
But anyway, so just, like, the achievement and the accomplish is what keeps me going and go back to running.
Yeah.
So wait, then you're still doing Nebo, right? It's next month. You should. We are.
I was checking on the course today.
No,
It was
I probably will.
22 days.
I just haven't signed up for it yet, but I probably will do it.
22 days.
22 days.
I gotta wake up at 2 a.m.
Crazy person. I feel like you yeah.
I think that's a really good reason, Erin. I do like that. Of what makes you run.
One, I think it's a big part of it too, because like it's a celebration. Like, it's so many people coming together and celebrating like all of the training and all of the work that everybody's done to like get to race day.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And like whether you're doing a 5K, a 10K, half, the full, like whatever, like everybody's coming together and celebrating that, and like everybody walks away a finisher. Like, everybody finishes it.
And you know the best part is if you're running, even if you're struggling, if you stop to catch your breath, people will walk past you or run past you and be like, "You're doing great, keep going."
Yeah.
It's a community.
That's such a cool feeling. Like, it's such a unique sport in that sense of such a group effort, of such a community coming together and being so supportive. Like, there aren't a lot of like sports where like literally everybody is cheering for everybody the whole time.
And there are some people who, as soon as they finish the race, they'll go to the finish line and cheer everybody
on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just this huge like celebration of like everyone's achievement. And, like, I love that so much.
I had, like, random people at our last race, the American Fork one. I had the random people that were just, like, in their car driving past that were like, "Good, go!"
Yeah.
And I was like, I love this!
It's so cool.
That's what keeps getting me coming back.
It's so cool. It just makes you feel good, and it makes you also want to, like, just get back in the sidelines and also cheer for everybody that's crossing. Like, it's so cool to, like, come together. And so, like, I don't feel like that's a bad reason to keep running, because, like, why not? Why not also cheer everybody else on? Like, literally, like, the most wholesome, like, clips to see. There's, like, the cat videos and the dog videos, and then the, like, wholesome videos of people, like, finishing marathons, like, helping each other across the finish line.
Those are my favorite.
Oh my
Same
gosh.
with, like, ultras
They're
too.
so sweet.
They're so
Yes.
sweet. Or, like, the mom and her kids waiting for her, or, like, the brothers helping each other, or, like, the Paralympic guys, or somebody like who's achieved something. Like, literally best videos ever.
Right.
Like, you need a ugly cry, watch some of those. Like,
or just attend the race and see it for yourself.
Yeah, go and attend. Like, I don't care if you're not a runner, you've never run a day in your life. If you want to see, like, the goodness and wholesomeness of humanity, go to the finish line of a marathon and just cheer.
My favorite is crossing that finish line, and you see somebody cross and they start bawling because they know they did
Because they've done it.
And then they're like, "Can I just hug you?" And it's like, "Yeah."
And you're like, "Oh my gosh, yeah,
I
everybody's
smell so bad,
so
but like
sweaty, and you're so gross, and everybody just needs to drink water real
and then we're
bad."
like, "Have an otter pup."
And you're like, "Thank you." Like, it's great. And like everything up to that point, there's so much work, right? Because you have had to train potentially for like years to be able to get to that finish line, and
but then there's those freakazoids that run like a 2-minute mile, and they're like, wee, down the
yeah,
hill.
those people, y'all need to calm down. Okay,
Yeah.
like, I know this is a celebration of like the human achievement, but calm down. Can you calm down?
But honestly, those
Calm
guys too
down.
are also at the finish line. They're cheering people on. And sometimes
true.
they'll run ladders up and down the race, and you'll see them multiple times after they finish, and they're cheering people on.
They just need to calm down.
Because their marathon wasn't enough. They need to get more miles.
Yeah,
in.
no, I've seen it
They
so
need to get
many
more
miles
At
in
the end
because
of
they
my-
drank too much pre-workout caffeine.
Yeah, I get jealous because I'm hobbling through at the end of my half marathon with my knees falling off, and they're just like, "Are you ready to go? I'm not like on my 15th
Put some
round." And I'm
tape
like,
on your
"Dude,
tape to keep your tape in place.
I just need screws in my knees at this point, man.
Good for unbroken people.
Would you like to roll the dice, Jess?
Sure.
And see what question you get next?
We already did 4.
We did.
Yay! 11.
11. Oh, I mean, we kind of already know the answer to this question.
Oh, then should we roll again?
Are you currently training for a race, and if so, which one?
Always.
I was
Baby,
gonna
I'm training
answer
all
that
the
for you.
freaking
All
time.
the freaking time.
I run so many miles. The next race I'm training for is the Nebo Half Marathon. It's a
Yeah.
complete downhill race. So you start up Payson Canyon, and you start at the Payson Lakes, the Great Payson Lakes, and you run all the way down. It's beautiful. It's lovely.
Pretty.
That's
Did you
like
see the medal? They released the medals. I thought you would have seen them already.
No,
They're
I deleted
really
Instagram
pretty.
because I was wasting way too much time, man.
I don't know why you ever bothered to do that, but yeah. So it's coming up the beginning of September.
Oh my gosh, I want that! I want that!
Guess
It's
I'm
gonna
better
be
sign
a
up
fall. It's gonna be a fall race.
Your
and
guys'
so
looks like a freaking stained glass
beautiful.
for the 10K and 5K.
It's beautiful.
I'd better
Oh,
sign
they have a
up now.
10K this year, so if you want to
I'm
do a
not
10K,
doing a 10K
Dr.
despite,
Goddard will
no,
leave
despite
you
what you and
alone.
McCall say. I'm
It's
not doing a 10K.
fine. You can do whatever you want. You can run whatever you want.
But anyway, this one I'm training for the Nebo half and the Haunted half. There's a potential I'm going to do the Thankful 13, but I hate that race so much.
cold.
It freezes my knee within the first
It's
10
so
minutes. After
cold.
mile 2, I'm like, I hate this. I hate this.
Like the one place where I draw the line. So like I've told you guys this story, but I haven't told it on the podcast. But like there was one Thanksgiving. Oh, gosh, this was like in my undergrad. This was when I was like fit before I freaking broke my foot.
This
and
was
all
when you
that
were like
jazz.
CrossFit
This,
stuff,
yeah,
right?
this
Oh
was
my
when I was in
gosh.
CrossFit.
When you were like a
I was
freaking monster.
I was such a monster. It was so much fun, you guys. I loved it.
We should get into CrossFit.
I would go back in a heartbeat. I just have to be really careful with doing upper body stuff because it triggers migraines like that.
Ooh.
So I was home for Thanksgiving, and they were doing a cute little like fundraiser 5K around the neighborhood, and I was like, oh, I should do that, to help. I forget what
Help
they
the
were,
children.
what the cause was for, but I was like, 5K is like what we do as a warm up for my CrossFit.
It's just
like
3 miles.
I literally do a 5K like 4 times a week. So it was like piece of cake, right?
Yeah.
Except that this was at like 6 a.m. and it was November.
And it's probably snowing and slushy.
And it was in Utah.
You understand
It
the pain
was
that I have.
negative 12 degrees.
That's
it was
so bad.
so cold.
That
It
your
was-
lungs froze.
The problem wasn't my lungs, it was my shins. I have never had such bad shin splints.
Oh, you told me about this.
Yeah,
Yes.
I had such bad shin splints, guys. I could literally not pick up, like, this was in probably the first mile and a half, that, like, it was like my shins were frozen. I had my, like, winter stuff on, right?
You had leggings and stuff.
Yeah, and I had my leg warmers on. I was just planning on being a little Eskimo, because I was like, it's going to be really cold. I'll bring all my winter running stuff.
below.
It was so cold. It was so cold, and I warmed up and everything. Did not matter. It did not matter. These shin splints were otherworldly. It was awful. I could not pick my toes up off the ground.
Ouch.
It felt like knives were going into my legs. It was so painful. It was so painful. I've never been in such pain before in my entire life. Oh,
and
gosh.
see, the last time around the Thankful 13, that's what happened with my knee. It felt like somebody jabbed a knife underneath my kneecap and in between the meniscus. And like
it's
at
that
mile
cold,
7,
cold air.
Mile 7, I got hit and I was like, this is it. This is how I die. I had to physically stop and sit down and stretch my leg for a second. And somebody was like, do you need us to get the EMTs?
I freaking walked. I freaking walked that 5K.
Yeah,
it was so awful.
The only thing that would make me want to go back to the Thankful 13 is they give you pumpkin pie at the end and turkey and pecan pie.
I don't care. I can get that myself.
I know. But pie after a race.
I will never run in that cold of weather ever again. Those shin splints were so bad.
Yeah, and the Thankful 13 takes place around Thanksgiving points. You're running around the golf course, so it's colder.
That's fine. That's fine. And I'm pretty sure my cutoff is like 32 degrees. Once it hits that, it's like, nope. That I go back to my treadmill. I go back because then it starts getting too cold. It starts getting too cold, and you can't run outside because it's too cold outside. And those shin splints were so painful. I can't do it.
I'm sorry. I'm just a little oven, so I'm fine. And I'm like,
it was too cold. It was too cold. I could not, because your shin, the only thing that little bitty muscle in the front of your leg does is pick your toes up. But guess what you have to do in order to run? Pick your toes up.
Can't just go flip-flopping around.
It hurts so bad, you guys.
I know, because I've had it before.
I'd never had them like that before. I danced. Anyway.
Yeah, but anyways, that's what I'm training for. And so my current goal every week is to get at least 12 miles to 12 to 8 miles a week.
Yeah.
And that's just to build up. And then by the time I'm ready, I should be able to do 13 miles every day consistently.
Oh, you're doing fine.
Yeah. But COVID completely
It's that downhill, though, that you gotta prep for.
That's the biggest thing, because my knees at the end. The thing about NEBO, though, is if you do end up doing the half marathon.
I just signed up for the 5K, by the way.
While we're recording a podcast, listen to that, guys.
See FOMO.
you could all sign up right now too, because this episode is going to drop before the race, unless you guys are being lazy and listening to this late. You could sign up and join us. We could all run it together.
Well, you guys could, unless you join the half marathon with me.
No, but maybe like next year.
The half marathon, though, you start uphill and you go down, and it's a really, really nice decline. You can see the colors changing in the leaves. It's really pretty. But then there's this stupid flat, and this flat hits you at mile 10, and you're like, boom, at the very bottom. No, it only hits one. I made the noise in front of the mic, and so up and down. But you hit the flat, and then you continue going. I'm sorry. And then you go, and then it goes downhill again. And then you hit another flat, and you're like...
You're like, what?
No. Then you keep going, and then by the time you hit that finish line, man, even the full marathon runners are like... And there's a canal.
Is the 5K downhill? Because that's what I'm
looking at.
That's what I'm looking at.
It's a very, very, very slight... It does. When I first run it, it's a very slight, and then you go down. Yes, it does.
Hey, so having hiked with Jessica and run with Jessica and traveled with Jessica, I can tell you that her estimation of time, direction, and incline is no.
Got us over that mountain. Just fine.
Let me finish.
Before the sun burned us.
Let me just tell the people the truth. Time, incline, and direction. Very poor.
No.
So for
my direction is incredibly
good. For those of you listening at home who are wondering about the incline gain and or loss of the 5K, it is downhill.
For the half.
You can look online, and they are very clear about the route that 5K and the 10K and the half and the full, and you can see what the incline is.
It has the elevation map, but having run the 5K before I had to have knee surgery...
Don't they change it every year?
They do change it every year.
They switched it back to the course that I had back in 2019 before I had knee surgery.
Okay, babe.
And so...
Okay.
Don't be mad at me when there's an incline. I told you.
Yeah, it is an incline. It goes down.
It goes up, then you go down. Through neighborhoods and around. And when you go up, you go down. It's a beautiful little process. And then you get a medal.
Okay. Okay.
We're going to have a conversation about this after.
It is good to train with varying terrain. I can tell you that much. That's important.
You have to.
It's important to train with a variety of ups and downs and flats. You want to build up your endurance with your muscle and your cardiovascular endurance. But for those of you who might be like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I want to sign up for this race if it's all uphill.
You'll
not
be
all
okay. Uphill. It's a slight uphill, and then it goes flat, and then you go down.
Okay. Anyway, Erin, would you like to roll the dice?
And just so everybody knows, we already did 13. I do have a good sense of time and direction.
7!
Yeah, because we're losing daylight.
We are. Do you see outside? The sun has gone down almost. We lose daylight every second we are awake.
It was fully 11 o'clock in the morning.
It was
We're losing daylight.
It was 12:30.
That's a story for another time.
Yeah, that's an inside joke, guys, but...
For another race that I was
So you guys
running.
know, we are constantly losing daylight.
We are.
Erin, would you rather... I think I know the answer to this question, but I want you to think about it. Would you rather have max speed on your stats or max endurance?
Oh.
I know the answer to that one.
For running. I know, right?
Because if I have...
If you're gonna be like the Flash.
Because if I have, like, max speed, does that mean that my endurance is shit? Or... Okay.
Right? Because you could be like a super fast sprint. Like, you're an Olympian, right? But if you tried to run an Olympic marathon, nope. Couldn't do it. But you could, like, sprint the heck out of you smoke everybody in a 100-meter. Or probably even in a relay. Right? But as soon as you try to do a marathon, you crash and burn.
How long does the speed last for?
Not super long.
Okay, it's not even like a 5K.
Probably not. Right? But, like, Usain Bolt.
That man's
Speed.
insane.
Like,
I'm thinking, like,
crazy
faster
speed.
than him. Like,
Yeah,
Like
right?
dash
Like,
incredible.
crazy speed, but, like, zilch endurance.
I feel like that's me already, so...
It's true, you have the best speed out of all
Okay,
of
so
us.
maybe you would maintain your current speed, but then you'd have, like, bonkers endurance.
Mm.
A 5-minute mile, imagine. Maybe even like a 4-minute mile.
I know, I still, I would have to go the speed over the endurance because, like, that's just how I'm
Wouldn't
built.
that be just so cool?
I'm built that way. I'm built for speed.
Built different.
Built different.
The bullet just...
I mean, because you saw those Olympians this year. Like,
Oh
if
my
I
gosh.
beat them...
They were
That'd be
killing
insane.
it. Can't just say, like they were absolutely
Because I would be, like, the
killing it.
person that would be, like, you know, starting off slow at the beginning and
You'd
then...
be in the back of the
Be in the
pack.
back of the pack,
Yeah.
and then at the very end, oh, and here comes Erin Bixel. She's coming around the corner, and oh my goodness, she's getting speed for
Nobody's catching
exactly.
Erin!
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I just come out of nowhere, and I'm just sprinting.
Yeah, you'd be like a little streak, just meow.
Lightning bolt.
Meow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Freaking Roadrunner up
Actually,
in here.
that would be
That Wile
so
Coyote couldn't catch me.
Oh no.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, that's
That'd be
what I
really
would pick. Is that what you were? Is that what your guess was?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah. But so cool.
Mm-hmm.
So cool.
It's true.
No, I
are fast,
loved
though. Like, holy
watching.
crap.
I
I am
absolutely
fast.
loved watching the track and field competitions. Like, those were so great. And yeah, watching all those girls
It's always
just
so exciting.
flying, just absolutely flying, like just.
Like, I don't know how you guys are watching the Olympics, but every time I watch it, I'm like, I could do that. You think about that, you're like, yeah, you're legit.
Some things are like
You're
that. I'm like,
you're
can I do
legit
that?
like, I could be in the Olympics.
Dude,
And then, like, you
dude,
look at the time
the
and you're like,
funniest
you're
thing
like-
ever.
you're
Well,
like, oh, wait, no.
It's like
Because, like,
you lose
your fastest,
perspective.
but
yeah.
your fastest is, like,
They're average.
no, they're not
like
even their
walking.
slowest.
Yeah, they're like walking.
They're like walking
compared.
speed.
Yeah, no.
Because
and-
I'm always like, I could
or
beat
you're
that
like
girl
watching,
for sure.
You're like watching the gymnastics or the girls up on the balance beam or people like swimming. There was one. They had somebody. I think they were on the U.S. men's swimming team. They had him do like a lap in a pool with a bunch of just like normal people, swimmers,
Mhm.
and he like. It was so funny. They, like, had all the regular people start, and they were doing just, like, the breaststroke.
Yeah.
Right? Just, like, a really basic stroke that basically everybody could do.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody starts except the Olympian. And he waits until they are almost at the other end.
Before he starts.
And then he starts and just like
just comes barreling
like
through
a
the
freight
water.
train. And it's not until you see something like that that it really like puts it in perspective.
Yeah.
That it's just like, oh my gosh. But like there's so many clips of people like watching, like people on the balance beam or whatever, and they're just like, oh my gosh, she wobbled when she did that flip. And then it cuts to you like trying to put something away in the kitchen and you fully like biff it.
Like,
video
walking
I
on the
sent you.
sidewalk and you fully like roll your ankle on the sidewalk.
Yeah,
yeah.
no,
So
like
many times.
legitimately. So yeah, no, it's just these amazing paragons that are just like changing the world, just doing insane things. Meanwhile, we're sitting on our couch, like binge eating our M&Ms and pretzels.
I could do that.
Just being like, I could probably do that. You give me like an afternoon, I could probably do that.
Just a single afternoon. Oh
give
my God.
me 1 week. Give me 1 week.
So great.
I'll be at the Olympics next day.
Just give me a week, Gladys. Heck, I don't even need a week. Give me 2 hours. I could do that. But just like, I freaking loved it. I freaking loved it. Like, especially the whole time it was playing at the gym. The best thing ever to watch, you know, because you're like working out. So motivated. Well, but see, then there were some times where I had to like, because I'd be like running. And I'd have to stop because I'd be so distracted by the Olympians running. And I'm like, I can't focus. It's too intense.
Oh my gosh.
But it was great. It was great. I definitely felt like, yeah, Erin wants to be an Olympic sprinter. That'd be so cool.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be super, super cool. Should we do one more question?
Sure.
Do you want to roll the dice?
Sure.
I like that
17.
sound effect.
The pew.
The pew, 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 pew.
Kabang.
Kapow. After a race, what you doing? Napping, eating,
Immediately
dying.
popped up in my head.
Yeah. Food.
As much as I forget to eat food is my number one favorite thing. I first go home, rip off my sweaty clothes and take a shower, and then get me some
Okay,
good
but
food.
like, are you like cold?
Oh, cold shower? Hot shower?
So nice. Even if it's like the dead of winter.
I do both.
Really?
So first you start with a cold shower because that forces everything to chill
It
the
just
freak
feels
out.
so good.
And because I have my joints are destroyed, you know this. My knee,
You're
and you know
so
this too.
broken.
My left knee got crushed by a car, and I've broken my ankles so many times. So like,
And yet she still runs.
I run so much. I
Yeah,
have so much.
hobbles, but yes.
Every year,
Despite
just,
her, everything's still broken and she still runs.
because
my knee was sideways today. I still ran my marathon.
Listen, if I don't,
my
run,
knee makes a crunching noise when I run, but I still run on it.
I taped it back in place, guys. Don't worry.
I use duct tape because that's what I got in my
ran out of
truck.
KT tape, but it's fine.
I have electric tape, duct tape, and a tarp in my truck. It's not for bodies; it's for other things.
Give me 2 sticks of duct tape. I'll fix my knee right now.
You too. You would have laughed. I was trail running yesterday, and my ankle was clicking, and I was like,
It's proving our point.
Like, guys, we joke, but it's real.
It's real. My ankle was making a funny noise, but
I was like, stealth is not on my side. I've got silent steps like the wind, but this clicking, man. No, my joints weren't squeaking. It was just click, click, click. As I was stepping, I was like, this is
That's
stupid.
not good, Jess.
This is fine. I don't feel pain in it. But,
Oh my God.
so I take a cold shower
because all her
first.
nerves are damaged.
My left ankle is my strongest.
Run that one to the ground sooner.
I broke that one first. So, anyways, I take a cold shower first.
Okay.
And so that calms down the inflammation in the body and makes
Yeah.
your body like zen, happy.
Yeah.
And then I take a warm shower, and I have a special type of body wash that has menthol in it that you can use to cool down your
That's
body.
nice.
It's
Wow.
called Village Essentials or Village Secrets menthol. It's
Yeah.
like the pain relieving one.
That's nice.
It's so nice. And then afterwards,
That's nice.
I let myself dry off, and then I massage whatever hurts, and then
Everything probably with you.
No, it's mostly my left knee and my right ankle. So I am.
Before she gets in the shower, she has to take off the duct tape. She has to take off the wood sticks that she found in the forest to put them together.
No.
She takes off the KT tape. She takes off the electric tape. Then she unscrews the screws that are in her knee.
Unscrew the knee brace.
For my viewers and listeners on this podcast, they are lying. I only use KT tape.
I would not put it faster to use duct tape in a pinch.
I would not either.
Duct tape chafes. Don't ever use duct tape, and if you rip it off your skin. So no, most of the time the KT tape I use is made to stay on for a long time.
Yeah.
So you have the KT tape on to add to that stabilization. If it's really bad, then I'll put on a brace. But
don't be like Jess, kids. If you're broken, don't run. Okay, keep going.
Run, children, run! This is just gonna have a lot of
Back to Forrest Gump.
Children, run.
children, run! But afterwards, I eat some food, nom nom nom, and then I take a nap. And then I go run again later in the day.
Crazy person, you.
I used to do it more when I had my dog when she was still alive because she needed to run.
Good
It was
old
like
doggos.
it was like Nelly dog. She'd be downstairs doing her dance. She'd throw her harness at me, and I'd be like, okay. But that's after a half marathon. But if it's a 5K or a 10K, I can run it again after.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's just 3 miles or 6 miles. It's not like 13.1, like a half. So.
Okay, you say just 3.1. I have to fight for my life for every single step of that
run
3.1
miles.
miles, okay?
I run that every day, so it's part of my training. I'm so sorry. Don't look at me like that. The viewers are gonna kill me.
They're not actually viewers, they're listeners.
Listeners, I'm telling the
don't
listeners
have a
that
video
YouTube
format. Probably never will. Mostly because I'm lazy. But yeah.
Also
It's a good
probably
thing
for good
because both
reason.
of you gave me stares that I was like made me fear for my life.
Look, any distance that you run is a long distance to run.
It's true.
Whether that's a 100-meter sprint, like the freaking Olympians,
Or whether it be like a freaking ultra,
full ultra,
which is 50 miles.
guys, they need to.
Those guys need to calm
Y'all
down.
need to calm down. I would
Put
tell
on
you
my
to
teeth.
get a hobby, but you already have one. So
called
mostly
running.
what you need to do is get a therapist.
It's called running.
I can tell you right
the
now.
mountains.
Because, like, I have spent a lot of money on running in the last year, as we talked about at the beginning of this
I'm so
podcast.
proud of you.
Therapy is cheaper.
No, it's not. You just need to buy shoes. You don't need to buy the fancy clothes. I got $10 pair of shorts from Walmart, and then I got $5 shirts from Walmart. You don't need to spend $50.
We're talking to ultra marathoners right now, Jess.
Oh, those guys? Okay,
Yeah,
the running shoes
therapy-
are $240.
Therapy is absolutely cheaper than training and running an ultra marathon. 100%.
I'm training for one of those.
You crazy, crazy people. This is probably all we have time to talk at you about for today, guys. Whoa, I need to drink more of that second wind tea.
I've had so many.
But I'm glad we could share some of our whatever this was with you today. If you're not into running, I suggest you get into it. If you are into running, heaven help you. Maybe get a therapist. You probably should. They would be less expensive. And we'll talk at you later.